Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bad Luck Kitty, or you can call me Kitty. Today I want to talk about the hostage situation. I hate to even use that word, and I am happy that the woman in question, well, let me use her name, Bernadette, I'm happy that she and her daughter are home or in the state safe. However, I just want to talk about the optics, okay, and when we use social media and how we're using social media and what it means, right? And I want to give a big shout out to Cortez Ross over at Move Abroad and Thrive. He was in contact with her. He spoke with her. They told him, they asked him to remove whatever, That was the agreement between them. Baby, that was the agreement between them. That was not the agreement between me and them, because I don't know them people, okay? Now, y'all know I love a black woman from infinity to infinity. I do. However, accountability is the word of the day. Say it with me, y'all. Accountability, okay? That is what is missing in this and a lot of other cases. You know, a lot of people get mad at me when I post things and I tell people you shouldn't move here because, right? Because we feel like, oh, you can't tell anybody what to do. Okay, I get that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip or a piece of the clip from TikTok that went viral.
Okay, you guys, this is Zoe, and she had just posted a video in regards to her cousin being held against her will in Mexico by her landlords.
This is my cousin Bernadette. Her and her daughter live in Merida, Mexico at the Yucatan Country Club, and her landlord is holding her hostage. This is where she's lived for 2 years, and she had no issues until she decided she wanted to move on and go back to the U.S. Her landlord has turned her power off. They haven't had power for days. They can't cook. They don't have water. They cannot charge any devices. It is a very heavily secured community. You have to have a specific gate code to exit and enter, and I believe it's different for each tenant. She has had her code basically revoked, so she cannot leave. They have security guards there, and you have to provide the code, and they have been told to not allow her to leave or allow anybody with her to enter the premises as well. This here is one of the men the landlord has sent to follow her. She took this picture outside the library. He approached her and basically said that they would kill her if she did not sign paperwork and pay off the landlord.
Now, what makes it even more scary is that one of the last live streams that Bernadette had posted on her Facebook, well, let me just show you a clip of it.
Hi, Facebook family. It's me. Josie and I are being held hostage and kidnapped by my landlord and the Yucatan Country Club. The consulate has called the police and to have them come. A member from the church was with me when this happened, and they called the police. The police haven't come yet, but we called the consulate. But we are not safe. We are not safe. These people have been threatening my life. They have been stalking me and following me all over Merida. And all we want to do is leave. And we are not safe at all.
The story is so wild. I'm going to tag Zoe below, and if she posts any other updates in regards to her cousin, I'll make sure I keep.
Okay, so as you see in the video that went viral, it was the cousin or niece of Bernadette, and she was calling on TikTok to come save her cousin, right? And then they tagged all of the T sites. Messy Talk got involved, right? Nosy Bystanders, which, you know what I'm saying? I watch Nosy Bystanders get involved. And then she shares the story on her page. I then say, please be careful, right? I think I have the screenshot if they haven't removed it, and I'm gonna post it. Please be careful when sharing, you know what I'm saying, partial information. Because when it comes down to it, if it look like a duck, it quack like a duck, it walk like a duck, it ain't a chicken, y'all. It's a duck, right? So when the all call came out through the black sites, black social media sites, and it was just put out, does anybody know this woman? She and her daughter are being held hostage at the country club. And when I tell you, instantly, we all got ready. The woman was like, they was ready to come storm the country club, and we was. And anybody would have done that for their people or any other people who were in harm's way, right? So everybody waited around, and it very quickly got the basics of information, right? Came out very quickly for those who were, I say, boots on the ground, or, just seeking informed information, right? And this is not to say that anybody else who got emotionally involved was wrong, right? Because a mother and a daughter held hostage. I am a mother and a daughter here in Mexico. But listen, I'm not about to get on Facebook and start crying. I'm about to call my brother. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. But when it came out, it was like, it's a tenant landlord situation, right? And then they were like, she's okay, she's safe, she's able to get food. They did end up allowing the police in, and they were like, she contacted the consulate or the embassy or whatnot, and they said they weren't getting involved. Baby, come on now. We already know. The whole thing happened in Matamoros. They started offering money for people that, was crossing the border on sketchy pretenses, So I'm already knowing an innocent mother and daughter who had contacted U.S. entities on the ground in Mexico, and they didn't get involved, baby. That was level one. You know what I'm saying? That was level one. Like, right? Level two was the fact I found out that she had a lease that expired next year, and she was trying to leave this year, but she can go in and out of the gate to get food. But she was saying they were holding her and her things hostage. Baby, they wasn't holding her things and her hostage. They was holding her things as collateral for money owed, okay? And that's just how it goes. That's why here in Mexico, there's a double deposit or an avail, where you make the agreement that if you break your lease, I'm going to keep 2 times your rent in the interim to find another tenant, or there's an agreement on monies to be made, okay? Be paid, right? Because it's a business agreement. It's a contract, a legal binding agreement, right? So, it all came out when Cortez posted his last week, knowing he was posting from a good place. When he posted, some of the people who were here got down in the comments, and they basically said, she just need to pay those people because she signed an agreement. And people, oh, you're monsters, da 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 da. That's not how it went. So when it comes down to it, it's the perception, it's the optics of it, right? And we want to be good guests in this country. This is our host country. We want to be good guests. So if we sign contracts and we make agreements that if I move XYZ LMNOP, then that's what we need to honor up to do, okay? And these things all have to be taken into consideration when moving somewhere, right? So getting online and using trigger words and Karening out, right? Because it was a straight up Karen moment. I don't care how nobody want to look at it. It was a Karen moment. Sis was out here acting like a Karen, okay? Oh, I'm being held hostage. You're not. They're threatening my life. They probably use some charge words, because it's like, do it again, right? Do it again, then it's open to the world, right? It's open to interpretation. Not saying she's wrong in her feelings, but saying when you get online and say hostage, kidnap, no utilities, can't take my things, fear for my life, using those types of words, baby, you're gonna trigger an emotional response in people. And then there's already the perception that Mexico is so dangerous and You know, everybody here is so corrupt. The police here are so corrupt and da 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 da. Listen, the police was ready for me to run the guy up the ringer who stole my cell phone. Like, they let him know she did you a favor, like, because they was ready to bag him and tag him. You hear me? So yeah, I get there's police corruption here in Mexico. It's police corruption in Texas, in Alabama, in Chicago, in New York. And listen, okay, things happen. No, I'm not saying that anyone should be held against their will or anything like that. What I'm saying is, if you make an agreement, honor it. And if you can't honor the agreement, then you need to get online with a different story. Hey y'all, XYZ, can you help me out? I need to make a GoFundMe for this, that, or the third. Don't get on there trying to make it seem like you're the victim and that the other people are so dead wrong for holding you accountable. Okay? That's what it comes down to, because right now we're a small group, right? Under 2,500 roughly here, chocolatey people from the US here in Merida, right? So with that being said, you want to keep in mind that one person, your interaction is going to affect a larger group of people's perception of all of us. And then when you get online and you go viral on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, then you have people calling and saying, you know, you need to get out of there, it's not safe, da da da, because they already have this perception from what they see on the news of the negativity that is here in Mexico. And I'm gonna just be honest and tell y'all exactly what I said to my friends and family via publicly on Facebook, or if you follow me on Facebook. I said, dear family and friends, don't call, text, or message me in any way about the lady being held hostage in Merida. She can leave. She isn't a hostage. The issue is between her and her landlord. It's an isolated problem. Again, I don't want to hear anything about it. Love you, mean it. And I posted a super cute picture of me and my puppy. I posted a screenshot up. And I posted that 4 days ago. And I believe it was the day after the whole event happened, because it went on TikTok and it went viral fast. It spread like wildfire. And listen, I didn't want to hear it. Pay what you owe, all right? Pay what you owe. There is not a debt collection system here. It is okay. She should have got on Facebook and started selling off stuff, trying to fundraise. She got a trailer in the house full of stuff. She should have got on Facebook and sold off the trailer, or whatever the case may be. She should have found a way to fundraise the $6,000 that she needed, instead of getting on there and playing the victim, and therefore leaving the rest of us here to pick up the pieces. And for everybody to say, y'all gonna learn not to go to Mexico, y'all gonna learn, da 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 da, right? And in the same conversation in regards to social media and what we're doing, be mindful, right? Really be mindful, right? Because there's another situation that has recently gone viral and come to light about a young woman here who is, I don't know the word to use on YouTube, and I ain't trying to get banned, but she is selling a little bit. She is exchanging personal goods as a service in exchange for money. I'ma just post a little clip it up. I don't know, even 304 if you know what that means, okay? And she came down to Merida to do that. She's here with her kids. Again, going viral. Going viral. No, I have nothing against sex workers. However, be cautious of the optics you are sending, because now you are a woman of color here in Merida, here in Mexico, soliciting a service, and that makes the belief or the perception that, if she does it, how many others are doing it? So how can I cross or question this line or boundary in regards to what women are or are not willing to do here in Merida from that particular group. Do you understand? Just like in the US, how they believe all Mexicans climbed the wall and they came over illegally and they still in all the jobs, right? Because that's what you hear. So if that's all you hear or that's what you see, that's your interpretation, that's what you're presented with, then that's going to be the belief. That persona, in coupling with mainstream media, we don't need that here, right? I'm not telling you don't live your life. Just be cautious of how you are living your life and how it impacts every other person here. And I want to use my favorite word, accountability. I'm asking for accountability to Black women in particular in regards to how you are representing those Black women who are here, those Black mothers who are here, and those Black mothers who will come here or seek to come here. All right? Because if anything, we need to be each other's keeper. Because if you had a problem or you have a problem, I'm showing up. I'm showing up and I'm going to support you. But in turn, keep in mind that if you're creating a problem, I'm going to call you out for it. Okay? All right. Well, glad Bernadette's back home. Had to have my little early morning rant. And we're going to get back to the regularly scheduled YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching. Please have an amazing day. Until the next one. Bye.